In September, my TBR jar picked out 8 books for me to read, and out of those, I've only read 2. Hi friends, welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Mali, and I'm a little bit in trouble because I still have 6 books in my physical TBR to read for the month of September, and it's currently September 23. It's Monday, and so I only have about a week to get through 6 books. Can I do it? I don't think so, but we're gonna try our damn hardest. The books that I haven't read yet on my September TBR include Las Cosas que Perdimos en el Fuego by Mariana Enriquez. The English title for this is Things We Lost in the Fire. This is a fairly short story collection, so I think I can read this week. This is not even 200 pages. I can still read this week. I'm definitely thinking of like picking it up here and there and reading 1 or 2 stories per night. Hopefully I can chip away at it. I also have A Girl Returned. I really want to get to this one. I've been so excited for it, and it's another short read. It's not even 200 pages either, so I think this one is definitely doable. I have The Memory Police, yet another book that I'm really excited for. I really want to get to this one. This is a dystopian story about memories. I've been really excited to read this one for ages, and so I really want to get to it in this video. Acts of Service. I'm not very confident that I'll like this one or that I'll even get to it in this video. Same thing with Brat. I'm not 100% sure that I want to read this one anymore, but I was thinking of like trying a chapter of both of these books with you guys and then going with whichever sounded best to me and then DNFing and eventually unhauling the other one. I have Martyr by Kaveh Akbar. This is one that I picked up yesterday. I'm only 50 pages. Oh wait, I'm 60 pages in, so 10 pages more. Woo! Everybody adores this book. It was longlisted for the National Book Award as well quite recently, and I'm 6 pages in. I'm really enjoying it so far. I definitely want to keep reading and keep going with this one. And this is one that I've been really excited to read with you guys just because I know that literally everybody loves it. So those are the books that I'm going to be reading in this video. I've been wanting to do a video like this, so I'm happy that I do have the opportunity to do it, but I am a little stressed looking at these books that I still have to read for September, and there's only like a week left. So can we read 6 books in 1 week? You're gonna have to keep watching to find out. Hi there, welcome to Wednesday evening. I've been out all day and I got a haircut. I freaking love it. I got my hair trimmed and then a styling session, and I wish the guy could just like style my hair personally every day. I've been out all day, like I said, and I haven't been able to read that much. I've been stealing some pockets of time here and there, and I'm actually on page 200 of Martyr. I have about 130 pages left, and so far I am really enjoying this, but it is not giving me like favorite of the year vibes like I thought it would, just by how much everyone was talking about this book and how they were hyping it up. It is really good. I will give it that. I will say that it's good and that I'm enjoying the reading experience and everything like that, but it's not giving me 5-star, 6-star vibes. And that is what I was looking for with this book, but I still have quite a bit to go, so it could give me that type of vibe at the end of it. In this one, we follow Cyrus. He is an Iranian man who immigrated to America when he was just a baby. His mother died tragically in a plane. A US missile hit her plane, and she died alongside some 200 or so people. And so when that happened, his father, in his grief, relocated his family to America in search of better job opportunities for him and his son. And currently we follow Cyrus not only as an adult, but also as a baby, because we get chapters of him in the present and then past time. And we also get chapters from his mother, his father's point of view, his friends, just about anyone. And I really like the array of characters, so I'm having a lot of fun with that. The writing in this is just gorgeous as well. And then Cyrus, after he was admitted to university, he started battling a addiction to not only alcohol but lots of drugs. He got sober, and ever since then he's been just looking for some purpose in his life, and he thinks he found it once he gets into the topic of martyrdom. Martyrdom. I don't know how to say that word. I'm sorry. He's in search of the answer of what makes a death significant. How can his death be significant? How can his life be significant? When he starts asking himself those questions, he hears about this performance artist who's doing one last exhibit. She was diagnosed with cancer, and her last hurrah is her just sitting at this museum and talking to anyone who would really talk to her. And so he flies to New York just to talk to her, and his conversations with her are so beautiful and insightful. In one of the conversations, Cyrus asks her, like, I want my life to matter. And she's like, but you can't look that far into the future. Like, aren't what you're doing now with me matters? And he's dumbfounded by that, because he didn't think to look at his present timeline. He was just looking into the future. And I thought that was really, really beautiful. As you can see, I've been highlighting and dog earing pages. So I am enjoying the read. I really want to hunker down and finish this between today and tomorrow. Then I started Las Cosas que Perdimos en el Fuego on Monday evening. And besides that first short story, I actually haven't picked this up again, but I want to pick it up today and catch up. So excited to finally be reading Mariana Enriquez's book, and I am quite thrilled that I'm starting her backlist in Spanish. I do feel a little superior that I get to read her in her original language. I don't have much to say about this one because I only read one short story, but the first one was about a kid was found decapitated. That should give you an insight of how eerie and creepy this book is. Those are the updates. Those are the books. I'm a little freaked out because it is Wednesday and I haven't finished the book yet. I haven't finished Martyr, and I still have this many books to get through for my September TBR. So I'm really going to try to hunker down tonight and finish Martyr between tonight and tomorrow morning, and then pick up another book. I really, really, really want to read The Memory Police and like vlog my reading experience with it. So mark my words, I am finishing Martyr tonight. So I'll see you then. Good morning. I just finished Martyr by Kaveh Akbar. I fell asleep yesterday with like 30 pages left, so I just finished those pages this morning. And like I said, I was really expecting to like love it from the get-go and like declare it my new favorite book of the year. So I'm a little disappointed that that didn't happen at all, but the book was written so beautifully. I think that this was a very strong debut, and I will definitely be on the lookout for whatever Kaveh Akbar does next. I could relate to a lot of what Cyrus was thinking with his whole martyrdom thinking and his whole wanting to make a life that was significant, and then by consequence his death as well. Because I felt like that as a kid. I wanted to be someone important so that people could remember me, and I have long grown out of those feelings. I do not want to be in the spotlight, but I could relate to what Cyrus was thinking a lot in this book. Obviously, his feelings were a little deeper due to his identity as an Iranian man and his bad fortune of having his parents die due to the US government. Towards the end, something happens, some big impossible thing happens that cheapened the story a little bit for me. It just felt too like Lifetime movie for me. And I also think that I would have liked this a lot more if the narrative was more focused on Cyrus. We got so many perspectives from his friends and from his family, and they just felt a little bit too much at times, a little bit too fiction maybe. I feel like Cyrus was supposed to be more like the actual author because it struggled with alcoholism as well, so it did feel a little, so maybe Cyrus could be like his out of fiction character or something like that. So I don't know, I wish it was more Cyrus, a little less the other people. I am going to be starting the memory police. I'm so excited for this. So I'm gonna make a cup of coffee and we're gonna start the memory police. Hi, welcome to Friday evening. So I picked up the memory police yesterday morning and I flew through 116 pages yesterday. I haven't picked this up today, but I do want to continue this. I'm really enjoying this. The first 100 pages went by so quickly, like I couldn't stop reading. The memory police is a book that I'm really happy that I'm finally reading. This is a dystopian novel translated from Japanese, and it's all about memories and the grief of losing things. So this is narrated by this young woman. She lives in an island, I guess, off the coast of Japan, and things disappear from her island every other day. At first, it was simple things, everyday type of objects, and then things have been escalating, and now things like birds, fruits, vegetables, roses are disappearing. And in this world, there are two types of people: people who forget everything once they have disappeared, and people who still remember. Our main character is one that can't remember anything, but our main character's mother and a few particular other characters do remember things that disappear. Because of those people, the ones that can remember everything, the memory police was enforced. They were put in place there to enforce the things that disappear truly stay that way, and so they'll destroy any type of memento or any type of evidence of a thing that has disappeared, even that means getting rid of people who remember whatever disappeared. Okay, it says on the back, so I can tell you guys this. Our main character is a young, successful novelist, but she gets intertwined with her editor, who is actually one of those people who can remember things, and she devises this plan to hide him away at her house. And that's where I'm at right now. It's a very engrossing type of book. Once I start reading, like, I don't want to stop. It's written a very simple type of prose that I really enjoy. I feel like the Japanese like translations that I read are all written in this format where it's just very simple yet having a lot to do with emotions. When things disappear, everybody feels like a deep sense of loss. Like they wake up and they immediately know that something has disappeared, and so they try to go about their day and try to figure out what has disappeared. And once they do, it's like a soft little ache, but it eventually goes away. And I love it. I love it. I really love a good dystopian novel, and I'm really enjoying The Memory Police. I can't wait to keep reading this. And then I have updates, Things We Lost in the Fire. I'm reading this in Spanish. I read 2 short stories earlier today. So I'm now 3 short stories in. I'm enjoying this. I'm excited to keep going with this. It's really nice to at least pick it up in between my other book. It's very gritty, very dark in a real life type of way, and I'm enjoying it so much. So yeah, those are the updates on the 2 books. I really have to get going with these books because this video ends on Monday, which is the last day of September, and I'm kind of freaking out. Still have these 2 books, and I still have these 3 books to get through. I realistically don't think I'm gonna get to A Girl Return as much as I want to, just because there's literally 3 days left of the month, and I don't think it's gonna happen. but I do want to read this at some point. That means that I have to get rid of one of these two as well. It sounds dramatic, but I just really want to try a chapter tag or challenge or something. I've been seeing this type of content on YouTube for a little bit, and that is where people will take a whole bunch of books and try a chapter of each one of them and continue with whichever they like best from just that one chapter. So I'm gonna read a chapter of both of these and then go and continue whichever I liked more, and then taking off the one that didn't make it off my physical TBR. I don't know if I'm gonna unhaul it from that one chapter, but I'm at least gonna take it off my September TBR. It will be one less book that I have to read. I really don't know much about either of these, so I'm gonna read you guys the blurb and then we're gonna try a chapter of both of these. Acts of service. The blurb says, Eve has an adoring girlfriend, an impulsive streak, and a secret fear that she's wasting her brief youth with just one person. So one evening she posts some nudes online. This is how she meets Olivia, and through Olivia, the charismatic Nathan. Despite Eve's better instincts, the three soon begin a relationship, one that disturbs Eve as much as it enthralls her. Okay, it sounds really smutty. I'm not in the mood for that type of thing right now. I honestly don't even know why I bought this. I just remember it having a lot of buzz when it came out and I got wrapped up in that, I guess. I'm gonna keep an open mind on this one, who knows, it could be good. And then Brat by Gabriel Smith. We meet our ill-tempered protagonist, the story's titular Brat, at a low moment but not yet at rock bottom. The Gabriel of the novel is mourning the death of his father as well as a recent breakup and struggling to finish writing his second book. Alone and aimless, he agrees to move back into his parents' house to clear it out for sale. Here, the cliches end. Okay, that sounds good. It kind of has chapters. It has part 1 and then a number 1 and then chapter 2, I will say. And that's 16 pages, so not bad. I am going to be reading 16 pages of Brat just to give it the same amount of chance as Acts of Service. Chapter of Acts of Service is done. I'm a little intrigued. I kind of want to keep going. It's a lot of having to do with bodies and sex. Our main character Eve put up some nudes of herself on this like anonymous type of forum, and a girl replied to those nudes and said, "You're gorgeous, I want to meet up." And she is intrigued. They live in the same city, they live in New York City, and they agree to meet up at a bar for drinks. First chapter of Acts of Service was not too bad. I also really like the writing style, it's nice and simple. Now we're gonna try Brat. I just reached page 16. I want to keep reading. Oh my god, this is so funny. I don't know how much of this I'm gonna like because I can tell that this is like that unhinged person because we follow a male, not a woman. No plot happens, just vibes type of book. But I wonder if it's gonna be any different because it's a male and not a woman. So usually this genre is like with, you know, unhinged women. It's really easy to read, it's funny, it's mostly made up of dialogue and not like descriptions or anything like that. I don't know if that will change. Oh my god, wait, I'm seeing script writing format and everything. Okay, I think the fact that it made me laugh already is a really good sign. So even if I do end up DNFing this one or hating this one, at least it'll be funny. So I think the book that we're going to continue on is Brat. I'm a little apprehensive though because sometimes the unhinged person genre gets on my nerves because I find it so unoriginal right now, but maybe this could be different. So I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to give it a good proper try. This was fun. This trying to chapter thing was really fun. I'm going to put this book back on the shelves. I'm going to try in another time with this one. I won't be getting to this one. I'm taking it off my September TBR, so bye bye. But I will give another chance some other time. I swear it was not that bad. I'm just not in a mood for it right now. So I'll see you guys later once I read. Say that it was a great read. I'm so happy that I finally read it and took it off my physical TBR. Like, it's been on my radar for a good like 4 years now. I think this came out in 2019. So it's been on my radar ever since it came out. It had a mundane apocalypse sort of feel to it as we follow our main character and other inhabitants of the island just going about their daily lives, trying to acclimate to their new way of life with each new disappearance. Do not read this if you want answers. It never explains why certain things disappear or what is the higher purpose to these things disappearing or anything like that. Just go with it. Just go with the flow. So I didn't go into it thinking that. In fact, one of my favorite reads ever is I Have Never Known Men, and nothing is explained in that. Yeah, I couldn't help actually but compare it to I Who Have Never Known Men. When I compared it to the inner dialogue of the main character in I Who Have Never Known Men, I just felt like we never really got into our main character's head as much as I wanted to. Yes, the narration is through her, like the novel's told through her eyes, but it's just that, it's just told through her eyes. And I didn't feel like I knew her as much as I wanted to. I didn't know her desires, her reason for actions, or just what she was thinking about certain things. I just felt like it was very much surface level. And so when emotional things happened, I didn't really care that much. It didn't pack an emotional punch like I think it wanted me to, because I didn't really, again, I didn't not connect, because I don't need to like, oh, she's so relatable for me to feel like I like the character. I have to feel like I know the character, no matter how different from me or despicable or just villainous they are. I just feel like I have to know the character for me to like them or like reading from their perspective. But yeah, I think that's like my main gripe with this. I wanted to be in her head and know her, but I didn't really feel that way with this one. But I'm really, really happy that I read this. I really want to read more Yoko Ogawa. I have an e-arc of her newest novel, Mina's Matchbook, on my Kindle, so I really want to get to that sometime soon. I really want to read more dystopian literature, so if you have any recommendations for me in the same vein as The Memory Police, I Who Have Never Known Men, I will even say Private Rights by Julian Armfield is a sort of mundane apocalypse dystopian novel too. So any recs, let me know. I'm gonna be making my way through this today. My goal for today is to read at least 5 short stories of this one, and then I really want to get into Brat by Gabriel Smith. I haven't read anything besides those first 16 pages that I read with you guys. Gonna try to make my way through these 2 books today, and I'll see you when I have updates. Hi, so it is a Monday night. It's just only a couple of minutes before October 1st, and I just finished Las Cosas que Perdimos en el Fuego. I'm planning on talking about it much more on my reading wrap up. I just don't want to be repetitive, and I'm gonna film that tomorrow. So reading wrap up is coming up soon. In the meantime though, I will tell you guys that I really enjoyed this collection. I thought it was a very solid collection, and I really liked how Mariana Enriquez combined horror and brutality done by humans with that horror that's supernatural and bone chilling. That was done so well. And yeah, I'm really happy that I read this. I really want to read more Mariana Enriquez. And with that, this is the end of this video. I'm gonna be signing off here. This was a fun yet stressful way of keeping myself accountable and actually reading my physical TBR. I probably will do this video once again in the near future, and in the meantime, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.